This is the Blue Man Group. This is the Blue Man Group. This is the Blue Man Group.
She is the Blue Man Group.
This is the Blue Man Group. This is the Blue Man Group.
This is the Blue Man Group.
This is the Blue Man Group. This is the Blue Man Group. This is the Blue Man Group.
This is the Blue Man Group.
This is the Blue Man Group.
Well, hello there, everybody. My name is Ron Ecstasy, and this is Blue Man Group. And I am joined by my co-hosts, Devin Welsh and John Biedron. What's up, guys?
Yo.
Not
Yo.
too much. We're happy to be here.
Yeah, well, you're looking good. You're looking good. Both of you looking good.
Hey, you look great, I have to say.
Thank you. Nobody can see us. So, could be a big lie. It is. We look
Well,
disheveled.
the
We've been
people-
up for
The
hours.
people are more willing to believe the big lie.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
well,
and
that's
we
fine.
will continue to perpetuate it.
So, what'd you guys think about this week in news? Do you think it's kind of a heavy week, light week, good week, bad week? What's each of yours respective
it's-
ideas about this past news week?
I think it's an exciting week for sure. I think it covers really the breadth of the human experience. You know, things that we're learning about. We're seeing the bad side. We're seeing the good side. We are seeing the stranger side. So I think we're covering all the bases here today.
Yeah. I would say that this week's news is full of surprises. Surprises that make you think about the world you live in, and maybe you don't take it for granted so much because, you know, things that you understand or think you understand can still surprise you.
That
Yeah.
sounds very similar to my 11th birthday. Lots of surprises, lots of things I didn't understand, lots of weird things happening. But that's not important. But what is important is our understanding of history. And to help us guide the news, we like to go into This Week in History.
December 9th, 1992, Britain's Prince Charles and Princess Diana announce they are separating. It happens more than a decade after their widely watched wedding that seemed like something out of a fairy tale. Divorce becomes final for the royal couple nearly 4 years after their split.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
the royal family, Lady Di and Charles, separated.
Yeah.
I can't believe she would want to separate from such a good-looking man.
Very
So,
handsome.
Yeah, one thing that I wanted to ask is, do you think that he would be popular with the ladies if he wasn't the prince?
It depends on where he was going to pick up ladies.
Yeah, because he's a very strange-looking person.
Yeah.
I don't know
I think-
whether he's handsome or not. I think not,
Right.
I guess.
He's like a little bizarre. I think he would do really well with anthropologists. Women anthropologists would find him fascinating.
Yeah,
because he looks.
They would
like
look
a
at him and they would be
prehistoric
like,
man.
yeah, what kind of tools does he use? You know, what are his mating rituals?
yeah.
So I may have
absolutely.
mentioned this before, but I've seen Prince Charles in real life before. I've stood within 10 feet of this man, and his mitts, his hands are insane looking. I encourage you to go Google image Prince Charles' hands. They look
We'll
like
wait for you to do that.
Okay,
they
now
look
that-
like giant. They look like giant
Disgusting.
baseball mitts. They're very leathery. He has like all these rings on that I can only imagine mean something to the royal family. Like they get him into, it's like a key code or something, gets him into the Buckingham Palace.
It looks
Right.
like somebody took like some spent doctor's nylon gloves and like filled them with like pudding. They're just like lumpy and like over full.
And so I wonder what about this at the time made people think that it was a fairy tale and it wasn't, just
Well, it seemed
regular
like a
life.
fairy tale. It seemed like it was out of a fairy tale.
But what was there sort of like a good witch that came in and blessed them, or what kind of supernatural things took place?
Well, and I don't want to speak for any of like the AP editors or anything like that. But
Go ahead.
In my
Speak for them.
opinion, I think it's because Prince Charles looks like Rumpelstiltskin.
That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
He
Well,
looks like something, a creature from a fairy tale because he doesn't look human. That's why.
Right. Yeah.
yeah, he very much looks like I don't know what the brothers Grimm look like, but he looks grim in
Yeah.
my mind.
Brother.
He looks
yeah.
grim, brother.
Yeah. I feel bad for Lady Diana.
For many
who
reasons.
had to be with him. I just imagine if his hands looked like that, like bags of pudding, like John said, like a latex glove filled with chocolate pudding or something. I can only imagine what the rest of his body looks like.
In particular.
He's quite a heavy drinker. I know he loves gin. Again, as I said, allegedly he seemed drunk or something. I don't know what the correct
When you saw him in person.
There's no like laws in the UK with regards
Accusing
to
someone
saying
of having
things.
had a few too many.
Yeah, so all I'll say is he seemed allegedly appearing maybe drunk when I saw him.
I think if you're making an accusation, but it's only like it's not legally troubling, then I think you say he seemed salaciously drunk.
Okay.
Or
Well,
something
that's
like that.
John's my lawyer now, but so the whole royal family makes me very uncomfortable. They all seem to be doing weird things together.
They also all seem uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They're very
Generally.
Yeah, they're making me uncomfortable, but it's probably for the better that Lady Diana is separated from this man. I can only imagine that the rest of her life was spectacular and she was freed from the chains of royalty. Late breaking news: she died in a car accident.
I like that AP thing ended with, and then the divorce was like became final 4 years later, like when she died. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, that's
I don't think they
literally
want
when
to-
she died.
So it's like,
yeah, so it's really.
I thought it was like we were hoping they would work it out.
But then, yeah, somebody.
But, her
she
death
died
kind of,
accidentally, or somebody killed her.
Something
And if
weird
somebody
happened.
did kill
Anyways.
her, you would look at, of course, her former husband.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's usually suspect number one.
I did look at him, and that's what I think.
And then you looked at his hands.
Yeah, allegedly looked at So Prince Charles, if you would like to come onto the show to explain yourself over this, why you got separated, what it was like to make those children you made, I'd be interested to know about that. How drunk you were when that happened, allegedly.
Yeah,
and then
defend yourself in the killing of Lady Diana.
Yeah.
We'll play it by Johnny Cochran rules. If the glove fits, we'll quit you.
yeah, and
But
we
you
haven't-
won't get to see the glove before
Yeah.
we try it on.
Yeah.
And
It'll be a weird looking glove, I tell you.
You will be surprised by how snugly it might fit.
Yeah, the glove in this case is a 1940s catcher's mitt locked in at Cooperstown Baseball Hall of Fame. Okay, so Prince Charles, thank you very much. I shouldn't thank him. Lady Diana, thank you.
Thank you, and
for-
rest in beautiful peace.
Rest
you
in
sweet
beautiful
angel.
peace. You sweet
Yes.
angel, you fairytale mother,
Like a candle in the wind.
like a candle in the wind.
And then we play the entirety of Candle in the Wind.
All right, everybody, that was This Week in History. And now we are going to get into the bangers and mash of the episode.
Wait, maybe you should say the lingonberry sauce and meatballs of the episode.
Yes.
Perhaps some smoked salmon on the side, John?
And
This segment
would
I
say
like to
no.
call What's in the News?
So what do we got in the news this week?
What is in the news? Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of news, you guys. We got a news story here from Denmark. That's a little archipelago or something in between Sweden and Germany, I believe.
Yeah, tiny little place.
Listen, there's something rotten in Denmark.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
And it's called snowstorms. So due to heavy snow this past week, 25 employees and 6 customers at an IKEA in Denmark were forced to spend the night at the store. Sounds incredible. The unplanned sleepover was uniquely Scandinavian hygge filled experience. So that, or huggy or whatever, that like Danish. Do you know what that is? Does
the word for coziness, right?
Yeah, it's like
Hygge, yeah.
hygge. It's called hygge.
But so this is, when I first heard this story, I was excited because I think for everyone, it's a lifelong dream to be able to spend a sleepover in an IKEA store. Whenever you're going through the store, you're imagining, I could sleep in that bed. I could sleep in that bed. I could cook dinner on this kitchen. And
that couch.
It never happens, but unless the snow comes.
Yeah. So they say that it was an unplanned sleepover. I like the idea of somebody actually planning on sleeping over, and then it just happened to be a massive snowstorm. Be like, hey, worked out well for me.
One of the 6 customers made sure to make it to that IKEA before the snow started falling. He was hoping that would happen.
He brought his toothbrush. He brought his pajamas.
So as the snow blanketed Scandinavia on Wednesday evening, 6 customers and 25 employees at an IKEA near the city of Aalborg found themselves stranded and forced to spend the night on the beds and sofas of the Swedish furniture superstore.
Wait, right there. So 25 plus, so 31 people. They don't have more than 31 beds at an IKEA?
Some people had to sleep on sofas.
Yeah.
And I wonder how that was organized. Was it by a vote? And if so, the employees must have capitalized because they had the clear majority over the customers.
Yeah.
There's such a disparity in their numbers. I mean, the employees were running the store, but also when the snow came down.
Yeah, I have to imagine
they had common cause.
I have to imagine some people were probably in the warehouse just, getting stuff done.
Right.
They're like, you know what? I'm going to be here for a while. May as well file some stuff up on the rafters or whatever.
True.
So up to 30 centimeters, which is 12 inches of snow, fell outside. That's good, not inside. And the group was trapped and forced to hygge it up and pass the night. IKEA's vast showroom transformed into the setting for an adult slumber party.
And like every classic slumber party, one person was being ostracized and was forced to sleep in that big pile of stuffed rat dolls that they have at the IKEA.
They waited for them to fall asleep, and then they kind of repositioned them in a funny way on a piece of IKEA furniture.
Yeah.
So public broadcaster DR showed pictures of the stranded Danes drinking beer and coffee and noshing on cinnamon rolls as they watched soccer together. How about that?
Oh, that sounds great.
So Michelle Barrett, unsure who that is, told DR Thursday morning after spending the night at IKEA, everyone was just so sweet, and we actually just laughed at the situation because we probably will not experience it again.
That's
Don't
so
speak
true.
too soon.
And I think that's the right attitude to have when you're stuck for a night in an IKEA. You know how special that is.
I want to accidentally spend the night in IKEA and fall in love with 25 other people.
Yeah, and decide to just never leave. Just be like, you know what? We're not going anywhere. This is our home now. And then you fight off
live
whoever
here.
tries to
And
fight
over
off.
there is my home, and over there is my home, and I'm going to also down the hall there's another one of my homes. Because there's a lot of rooms.
Oh,
So-
here we go. Yeah, continue.
Yes. Store manager Peter Elmos told the Extra Bladet tabloid people got to sleep in the exact bed they always wanted to try. That's cool. And then he added, it's been a good night. All fun. Very, very terse. He's not really expanding on
a
it.
very Danish way to sign off.
Yeah. At the airport in Aalborg, 300 were stuck overnight as well. Maybe they should go chat with those people. They could kind of compare notes, see who had a better stay.
So that's a very detail here is that, they were living in luxury at the IKEA while 300 people were sleeping on the floor at the airport.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, an airport is like, they sort of know that happens sometimes. Like, you get grounded at the airport because of the weather.
Yeah.
So, but the IKEA was way more set up.
Yeah.
Maybe they should just have their flights rerouted through IKEA. Maybe that's where you should go to IKEA, and that's also your airport. And then, if in case you get stuck there because of inclement weather, you can just watch soccer. Yeah.
Drink beers, drink some Carlsbergs, and eat cinnamon rolls with
pick
25 of
whatever.
your favorite employees.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. So some people are asking, I'm getting a lot of questions here from tons of people saying, what are conditions like elsewhere in Denmark? Well, I'll let you know. The snowstorm snarled traffic on the roads and rails across Denmark, and there were temporary power cuts in some places. But elsewhere in Denmark, the tarp on a truck full of packages ripped apart while crossing the Storebælt Bridge between the islands of Funen and Zealand in the storm. And a police spokeswoman told TV2 the trailer was hanging over the water. I believe that some Christmas presents landed in the water.
Oh.
Wow. So tragedy strikes across Denmark, but in this oasis of IKEA, there's nothing but love.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a
Yeah.
lesson, I
That's
feel.
right. And yeah, it is a lesson. And one of the things that you have to do when you stay over at IKEA is you have to put together some of the furniture that you potentially bought or will be buying. I hope that people were able to load up on that food, as John said, the lingonberry stuff, some smoked salmon with capers, all that kind of IKEA fare.
Mm-hmm.
Very popular stuff.
And then go to town on your Malm bed and your Snauksand and just put it together.
Yeah.
Just fit all those rods into their little holes.
Whoa, yeah, I'm sure there was some rod fitting into little holes with all 26 employees and 6 guests. I can only imagine what it was like. You get stuck in there. I heard some people are still stuck in there because it's so difficult to find your way out. You ever go
At
to
IKEA,
IKEA?
you actually have to build your own orgy if you're going to want to do it.
Yeah. Instructions are visual.
God willing, all the parts are in the box.
Yeah, I just as a word of advice to our listeners, never go into IKEA just wanting to buy like a spoon or something. It's the most you can't just
It
buy.
takes you about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's very difficult the way they make that happen. But yeah, so that's the IKEA in Denmark, which we will be potentially reporting from, hoping for more snow during the we're keeping a strong eye on a Doppler radar to find out if there's any more snow coming through Denmark, because we will be there
At IKEA, just in case.
just to MC the night. I will be MCing potentially an orgy, and yeah, so see you there, Denmark. Dev.
But, yeah.
But you got some news for us.
Yeah, I want to spin the globe. I've got a really a science story. I want to spin the globe around to the southern hemisphere. Let's go down to Chile,
Okay.
South America.
I'll come down.
Much warmer. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for joining me. We've got a headline: new dinosaur species from Chile
Oh.
What?
had a unique slashing tail. So
Wow.
we've got a new dinosaur species that has just been discovered. This is a big deal. When I was a kid, Jurassic Park was very popular and dinosaurs were all the rage. But at that time, we still didn't know diddly squat, really.
That's
Because
true. I
they're
mean,
coming out every day.
Every day there's a new one.
well, this is the thing you just mentioned, like as a kid. And what I've noticed is children are mainly very interested in dinosaurs, not many adults. So I know
Yeah.
we're going to get to it in this article, but I have to
we
imagine.
three are still very keenly aware of and interested in all dinosaur development.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think most of the dinosaur research that is being done in the world is done by 6-year-olds. And I'm
right.
excited to learn more, Dev. So please take us through this.
Yeah, this is coming from our partner at the AP. Fossils found in Chile are from a strange-looking dog-sized dinosaur species that had a unique slashing tail weapon, scientists reported Wednesday. Sounds a bit like a Pokemon. Some dinosaurs had spiked tails they could use as stabbing weapons, and others had tails with clubs. The new species, described in a study in the journal Nature, another trusted partner, has something never before seen on any animal. 7 pairs of, quote, blades laid out sideways like a slicing weapon used by ancient Aztec warriors, said lead author Alex Vargas. It's a really unusual weapon, said Vargas, a University of Chile paleontologist. Books on prehistoric animals for kids need to update and put this weird tail in there. It just looks crazy.
Yeah, they need to seize all of the Jurassic Park video game arcade cabinets that you sit inside with the light guns and you shoot at the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Pull those out of the stores,
Yeah.
Open them
Recall.
up. Put these
Update.
new dinosaurs in.
Recall on all dinosaur-related products. We're
And
bringing
clean
them
out.
in.
Hey, clean out those arcade booths, by the way, because there's a lot of
they're
gross
filthy.
stuff going on in there.
Yeah, talk about an unusual weapon. There's some bio weapons in some of those things.
Yeah. The plant-eating critter had a combination of traits from different species that initially sent paleontologists down the wrong path.
Uh-oh.
The back end, including its tail weapon, seems similar to Stegosaurus, so the researchers named it Stegosaurus elengasen. But after Vargas and his team examined the pieces of skull and did 5 different DNA analyses, they concluded it was only distantly related to the Stegosaurus. Instead, it was a rare southern hemisphere member of the tank-like Ankylosaur family of dinosaurs. So, yeah, imagine being a dinosaur and having no idea that in X number of million years, people are going to be like poring over your skull fragments to try to figure out what you were, but have no idea. They know nothing about you, and they never will. But we like to take a guess.
Well, do you think that in 50 to 75 to 150 million years from now, someone will be poring over our skull fragments?
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope
and
so.
Our unique tail-like weapons?
I think more so they'll be listening to episodes of this podcast to find out what was going on every week of the year.
This could be the last remaining piece of human civilization that
entirely
reemerges.
There's nothing.
All they have to work with is just this podcast, every single episode. And they need to
I guess we should probably describe what we look like and how good looking we all are.
Yeah, we're going to need to pack a lot of
start from the
information
beginning.
into this thing. Yeah.
I have blades on my ass.
Yeah.
So do I. Okay, so the fossil is about 72 to 75 million years ago. So that's what our future, the people who will be studying us will be 75 million years in the future. It appears to be an adult based on the way the bones are fused. My bones are fused. I am an adult. It was found with its front end flat on its belly and the back end angled down to a lower level, almost as if caught in quicksand, Vargas said. So that's embarrassing. 75 million years ago, you get caught in quicksand and you die like a chump. And then people dust you off and they reconstruct the terribly embarrassing way in which you died.
It's kind of like all the remains of the Pompeians after Vesuvius erupted. And
that's right.
There's got to be like one guy who's like mid slipping and falling.
Yeah.
Pants falling down.
Yeah,
toga wrapped around his leg.
Yeah, his toga got caught on something, and it was in the process of unraveling itself in front of his entire family. And then, luckily, the volcano struck, and he never had to deal with that.
Luckily, the volcano struck.
So, from bird-like snout to tail tip, Stegosaurus stretched about 6 feet, but would only come up to the thighs of humans, Vargas said. So, wow, very...
dog-sized.
It's like a dog, yeah.
Low to the ground, very much a dog. And then Rogers, McAllister College biologist Christy Curry Rogers finishes up the article by saying, "We're just scratching the surface when it comes to a comprehensive understanding of dinosaur diversity. Stegosaurus reminds us that if we look in the right places at the right times, there is so much more still to discover."
Yeah.
Where do I look? Like, I have no... I would help if I could, but I rarely come across dinosaur bones or anything like that. Sometimes when I'm walking my dog, there'll be like a random like chicken wing bone. There's random chicken wing bones everywhere. I don't know how that happens, but I've yet to find a dinosaur bone.
Well, those could be dinosaur bones, Ron.
Yeah.
I mean, they say that chickens were related.
That's
to
true.
I
dinosaurs.
want to collect every bone
and
that
mail
you
them
see.
in.
Yeah.
Mail them into Christy Rogers.
Yeah.
I have to say, the way Christy Curry Rogers is explaining that, that there's so many more dinosaurs to discover, it feels almost like a little like she's kind of projecting on us. Like, I didn't think that all the dinosaurs were counted up.
Yeah.
But maybe Christy Curry Rogers Sr., like the dad, was like, "You're going to be a dinosaur scientist?" Like, don't you know that they've already figured it all out? Haven't you seen Jurassic Park? Like, they know all the dinosaurs.
There's four of them.
You already know all the damn dinosaurs.
Yeah, there's 4 of them, and that's all you need to know. There's Brontosaurus, Stegosaurus, T-Rex, and the Raptor.
Club
that's
tails. There's spike tails, and that's it.
Yep.
There's no slashing tails. It
That's
is.
all our good Lord made, and I won't have it.
Yeah, so we're looking at some pictures of it. It looks like a terrifying dog, I guess. It looks much larger than a dog in these photos, though.
It doesn't look like it has a wet, friendly snout. I'll say that.
No, it looks like so it's got like a turtle head, kind of a body like a stegosaurus, and then a big
Tail
fucking
and
tail.
surfboard.
A hand saw attached to its back end.
Yeah, it's like if I taped a chainsaw to my dog's tail and then made it run around. Very similar to that. So that's interesting. New dinosaur. The who knows what it's called? I forget. It's like the Stegosaurus or something. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if they've
bird-like
named it yet.
snout. Yeah. So thank you very much, Devin, for that report on the dinosaur Dino desk, as we like to call it.
Yeah, my
And,
pleasure.
Which is a talking stegosaurus that is just bent over and sort of allowing you to use it as a desk.
No, it's
in the
like
classic
That's right.
Flintstones fashion.
Yeah.
Flintstonian.
Oh, there he goes. He's walking away.
Very Flintstonian. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Devin, thank you very much. And John, looks like you've got a story over here.
Yeah.
Involving some dinosaur researchers, perhaps. Why don't you take us over there?
Yeah, I'm over here at the trampoline desk, which is a very fun desk to sit at, although it makes it a little difficult to talk directly into the microphone. And it's a story here from Fox 5 New York. No arrests after hundreds of children involved in Brawl at a Tampa trampoline park.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Now,
Hundreds
I know what you're
hundreds
thinking.
of brawling kids.
How could you
Yeah.
possibly have violence at a trampoline park?
Yeah.
We'll let the story develop. Parents who take their kids to a trampoline park in Tampa want to know how a fight turned into a massive brawl involving hundreds of children. This escalated very quickly, according to parent Sandra Bermudez, who started recording on her cell phone when the fight broke out. What kind of
Okay.
parenting are you doing at the trampoline park if you see hundreds of unruly children?
Somebody's got to document it. I mean,
Yeah. They were all having fun, and then when this lady said, "Oh my God," I turned around to look, and they're fighting all over on the right side.
she's like the Zapruder of the of
Yeah,
the
exactly.
situation.
We need this historical footage in case there's a cover-up.
Bermuda says the fight unfolded while she was at Sky Zone Trampoline Park on Adamo Drive with her 9-year-old son. She's not sure what started the fight, but it quickly got out of control.
It might be
According
about
to
the new
Hillsborough-
dinosaur.
They were
Yeah.
obviously fighting over ranking the kinds of dinosaurs.
It's a Stegosaurus. No, it's a Stegurus.
No, T-Rex is the best. According to Hillsborough County Sheriff's deputies, this melee involved about 200 kids. In the video, Sky Zone security personnel can be seen trying to intervene.
Good
But
luck.
apparently had a very difficult time because the kids' hands are so tightly clasped and balmy. You
Yeah.
can't really get them. You can't break them up. The business closed early to move everyone involved outside. Bermuda's kept recording as the fight continued into the parking lot.
Yeah, I was going to say it's only going to continue outside. It's almost it's like open air fighting now. This is interesting.
It goes from trampoline rules, which are, you can't jump on someone when they're down. You can't hit someone directly. You can really just push,
no
shove,
double
and
bouncing.
jump.
Yeah.
But once you're outside, it's street rules, buddy. Hey, anything goes. Coiled up chain around your fist. You could grab a pipe. Broken glass. Anything you want, really.
And security seems entirely inadequate in this situation.
Yeah. Well, the job of the security was to get them out of the trampoline hall so they didn't get sued, I guess.
Right, that's true.
Which is they did their
So
job.
they did a good job.
Yeah. The parents, however, who are owners of these children, who are like their legal guardians, could not stop it.
Nah.
Deputies can be seen responding later in the video. They said the brawl spilled over into nearby businesses, and they tried to track down the parents of those involved.
Inside other
A
businesses.
roaming band.
So like, let's
of
go in. Let's
brawling
go in this
kids.
place. Let's go in
Yeah.
this place and beat each other up.
It's
So
like
I
a sign
wonder-
out front that says like no more than 5 children at once or whatever, and then it's just like 80.
Were there teams involved? Were there different schools that were fighting against each other? How do you coordinate such a large battle?
Was there
Does
betting?
it turn
Was
into a
there any
free-for-all?
betting?
Maybe it was just like chaotic. Yeah, just a melee. Like everyone fighting everyone.
What was the
Like-
line on 14-year-olds being? Could I make a buck off this? Like, or maybe some tokens, or what were those tickets? That's probably what it started over. Those Those tickets that the game spit out.
that you redeem for a
teddy bear.
novelty mustache. Yeah.
So I'm wondering if this is all a misunderstanding and the kids were all just doing dances that the older people are not familiar with, and they thought that it was a
Right.
huge fight, but it was actually a dance party.
Yeah.
The
be
future of
possible.
dancing is just a little more high contact than what we old fogies are used to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the sheriff's office said that they briefly detained and released one child,
Out of
and
200.
made no arrests. There was one kid that they got.
He was the instigator,
Yeah.
the muscle man that everyone was trying to take down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bowser.
It's unclear if anyone was seriously hurt. Bermudez is just glad her young son wasn't. Quote, I tried to use it as an opportunity to teach him if this ever happens in the future. The first thing you need to do is pull your cell phone out and start recording. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm misreading that. Pull yourself away from the crowd, she said.
Right.
Sky Zone hasn't responded to Fox 13's request for comment, which is bizarre because this is featured on affiliate website Fox 5.
Right.
So it's
Yeah,
unclear
true.
how many security guards were there when the fight broke out or what they may do to try and prevent something like this from happening again. And, you
Wow.
know, it really is true. Monkey see, monkey do.
Okay.
You want to next Friday? There's going to be 100% chance of another 200 kid brawl
Yeah,
at the
and
Tampa trampoline park.
I'm thinking that this is in the media now. I'm thinking that next Friday we're going to see, with very high likelihood, mass brawls occurring all across America.
Copycat brawls.
Copycats, yeah.
There's nothing 12 to 14-year-olds like to do more than be copycats and get hit over being called a copycat.
Yeah. And so our trampoline parks in the United States of America are turning into fight zones, fight clubs for our young children who should be into dinosaurs and looking up new things. They should be in STEM. They should be in
They should be
looking
researching
into-
scientists, dinosaurs. They should be, looking at, the royal family. They should
Spending
be
time in IKEA,
good,
thinking
wholesome
about their
things.
future.
Mm-hmm.
I like that there was the brawl in the Tampa, Florida park, the Tampa, Florida trampoline park, and the IKEA story of the week was everyone got really friendly and got cozy and got to know each other.
Yeah, Hoogie.
Hoogie.
It's because of the
Higgy.
Yeah, we need a little more hygge at the trampoline park in Tampa. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think so too. First things first is get rid of those trampolines. I would say it doesn't need to be a park. You can just have one in your rich friend's backyard. I think that's the only place a trampoline should be. But thank you, John, for jumping up and down for that story. And
I'm feeling a little sick. I'm happy to get off the trampoline desk now.
yeah, okay. That was John at the Tampa, Florida trampoline park, who was not involved in the brawl, but he reported on it thanks to Fox 5 New York and Fox 13 Tampa. All right, as we move along, we have a new segment here I'd like to introduce. It's the heroic sex act of the week.
Oh, we're going with heroic.
Well,
What is
heroic
it?
has an asterisk, but that's what we want to debate here this week. We want to figure out: is he a hero? Is he a villain? We don't know.
Okay,
But
so
Yeah, do you want to
this
deliver the
article,
headline there?
I would like to deliver this headline to everybody. Senior citizen charged with having unnatural sex with goat.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is in
So,
I
Kuala.
feel almost ready to come down on the hero question, but let's keep going.
Yeah. So this is Kuala Kubu Baru. I think that is in.
We're not sure. But we'll figure it out.
We'll find that out.
Yeah.
So a senior citizen today pleaded not guilty at the Sessions Court here to a charge of having unnatural sex with a female goat at the back of his neighbor's house last July.
His neighbor's house.
I don't want to have to report this stuff, but it's just part of the job.
So one thing that I want to sort of inquire about is what made the sex unnatural? Was it the fact that it was sex with a goat, or is there some natural form of sex with a goat that could take place that he did
was he
not effectively perform?
standing on his head? What was going on?
Right.
So, Shari Hassan, who's 60, they say his name. That's funny.
His full name, his age. Here's his address.
Yeah, was charged with committing the act at Kampong Sungai Buaya, Rawang. Oh, I think this is Thailand. At 1:30 p.m. So exact time, right in the afternoon. The heat of the heat,
broad
the
daylight.
July 27th heat.
The sun just beating down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
True. Yeah. Jeez.
they got him on Section 377 of the Penal Code,
Wow.
which carries a maximum jail term of 20 years and a fine or whipping upon conviction. Don't do
Wow.
that. He's going to love it.
Yeah, he's gonna love the whipping. This is the most specific reporting we've ever featured on our show.
It's very good.
Yeah, this is very detailed from our partners
Now-
at
Astro Awani. Yeah.
If you were committed, if you were found guilty of a crime under various penal codes, and you could select the fine or the whipping, which would you go for?
Fine.
Depends on how much the fine is.
And how long the whipping goes on?
Yeah, and how long the whipping is as well.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I do not want to be whipped. Okay, so
I can't believe there are people still getting whipped.
by the way, this is in Malaysia, not Thailand. So
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Shari, clad in a floral shirt, which you can see him in,
Again, very specific reporting.
had initially nodded and pleaded guilty after the charge was read out to him before a judge. So he just nodded. Something's up. Okay, so however, when he was shown the exhibits, namely a green t-shirt and brown long pants that were allegedly seized from him during his arrest, the accused denied that the clothes belonged to him.
Okay, so this guy did have sex with a goat unnaturally, but not in this particular photograph.
Outfit
Is not the person who is guilty of this particular crime. He had unknowingly confessed to something he did, but was not being accused of.
Well,
right.
the lawyer here said, Nurul Mardia then asked the accused, "Do the shirt and trousers belong to you?" And the accused, who is a widower, by the way, replied, "No." That's a good sign.
Clearly, those aren't my clothes. I'm wearing a floral shirt.
Yeah. So Nurul Mardia said the accused's guilty plea cannot be accepted as he did not admit to owning the exhibits and ordered for the charge against the elderly man to be read again. The accused then pleaded not guilty. I like this. He's got a cool.
He's got a good
he goes,
chance.
Yeah, he just says like, "Yeah, I'm guilty." "No, I'm not. Just kidding. Joking. It's a bit. It's a bit. It's a bit." So, Deputy Public Prosecutor Siti Hamzadah did not offer bail to the accused. However, Counsel Zolazarai Zolpakli,
Whoa, what a badass name.
Yeah.
representing the accused, pleaded for a minimum bail. The court did not offer bail and fixed December 24th for mention. Don't know
Christmas
what that
Eve.
means. The media previously reported that the incident was noticed by the goat's owner, a 45-year-old woman.
Well, I think it was probably noticed by the goat first.
Yeah, that's probably true.
After hearing the animal make strange noises. Don't call him an animal. According to the police, she went to the scene and found a half-naked man that she knew standing near to the doe. The goat doe.
Wait, a half-naked man, but they just said that he was being shown a picture of him wearing a shirt and pants.
Yeah, that's
which
right.
is the most clothes you can be wearing.
Mm-hmm.
So we've just found a issue with the prosecution's case here.
Yeah.
We need to reach out because if he was found half naked, and also which half?
Yeah.
Was he wearing pants?
Yeah, if a man is not wearing a shirt, is he half naked?
Right. And it's sort of like, or is he doing it sort of like prime time, like NBC, like through the pant loops, like when people have sex scenes on TV shows?
Right.
So
We don't know.
upon realizing the presence of the woman, the suspect fled the scene. And then the last sentence is absolutely.
Oh, I don't even.
Yeah, I
no,
don't want
keep-
to read it.
Read it out.
No.
Nope.
Please.
The woman
We can't.
found
We
that the
can't.
goat had expired.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a real downer of a
That
story.
sucks.
I'm sorry, everybody.
This is no heroism in
This is not
killing
This is
a goat.
the opposite of heroic.
But this Shari Hassan clearly didn't do it.
that's true. He is a hero because he's an innocent.
He's
man.
wrongfully accused, and he's standing his ground.
But somebody did this. Some awful person. But we think that he is not guilty.
Yeah,
It's-
some
yeah.
awful half-naked person
Some half-naked man did it.
did this, but
There is a reasonable doubt here.
People
Wait.
need to, the Malaysian police need to be, or the Malay police need to be out there scouring for a half-naked man.
wait, Shari Hassan is saying that he didn't do it. Wait a second. Now he's saying he did do it. Now he's saying he didn't do it. So
No, he
yeah,
said just kidding.
This is I'm going to be keeping my eye on this. I have a feeling this might go up to the Supreme Court up in Malaysia.
Yeah.
And we know I've been watching the Malaysian Supreme Court for years, so I would probably be sitting on the docket at the.
You have a lot of contacts over there, right?
Oh,
yeah,
I've-
you're well qualified. Maybe even overqualified to be
I sure
working
do.
on this story.
Yeah, so
It might be a
that's-
little too close to the story, Ron.
Yeah,
in fact,
that's-
weren't you in Malay in July, late July?
Yeah,
Yeah. I remember you talking about getting a suntan.
yeah.
You said you had your shirt off the whole time.
Was that?
Yeah.
July.
But that you wore pants. You described yourself as half naked, actually.
Yeah. No, I don't. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I got to check my passport, but
In any case.
yeah, Shari Hassan, potential hero. There is a photo of him. You can spell his name SHAARI space HASAN. He's 60. He's the only guy you'll ever see wearing the Hawaiian shirt in handcuffs. He kind of looks like he fucked a goat, but
we don't know.
he says
We don't know.
That's an
That's-
allegation.
that's for
We
the
don't know.
Malaysian courts to find out.
Unless they find him guilty, in which case we will be calling for the extraction and safe harboring of Hassan.
Yes. So that was a segment I like to call the heroic sex act of the week. All right, everybody, as we wrap up here, we have a few numbers to go over. And don't forget, last week we had our friend from Argentina call in, and we would love to hear your phone calls. Except there's no real phone number you can send it to. Just find one of us. Ron
Find
Ecstasy.
us.
Find
Any
you
one
can
of
find
us
me.
out in public. We're available.
Yeah, we're available. And send us an audio clip of you explaining your defense.
Yeah. Anything about the show, feedback, constructive, negative, if you want to tell us about your day, whatever you want, just send anything in.
Introduce us to your family. Just whatever. That would be great. But before we go, we got to check out some numbers. We got last week's numbers here on the dashboard. Look at this.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're up
Wow.
12%. 12%.
fantastic.
Wow.
Over the
That's
past
great.
14 days. That is good.
That's great.
fantastic.
Now,
Lots of
I feel a
listens.
little conflicted. I'm excited, but also, last week I was really depressed by the numbers. And we listened to that clip of our Argentinian listener.
Mm-hmm.
And
We're told not to worry.
Don't worry about the numbers, he said. And you know what? It really freed me. And I feel like I'm sort of back in this trap where I'm caring about the numbers because right now they're good.
No, I'm feeling good
That's
about
right.
this too. But thank you very much for listening, listener. And I encourage you to come listen to us again next week. That's all I can encourage you to do. I was thinking of what could I encourage you to do? And then
Yeah.
I don't think there's really that much I can encourage you to do.
Actually, there's a lot. You have a lot of influence, Ron.
Do I? I hope not. Other than influence in Malaysian Supreme Court. But again, please keep your ears peeled, and we will listen to you next week, listening to us. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.